Hello. Kratom in my mouth. I've sent 2 emails out today. And I know that they're making waves. I know that, right? I know that he's tired. I know that the mask is really like slipping. And I'm seeing it more and more. Like I see it all now. I see it for what it is, and it's hard. It's hard. A lifetime of trauma, unresolved, deep psychological trauma. And it's yucky. It's really yucky. It's missing something, and that's... It's so sad. It's so sad. But I can't think that... I can't think that it's okay anymore. I can't think that... Now that I see I'm so stupid, I'm so stupid. I'm so oblivious. It's so ugly, and no one in that town, they don't really understand metaphysics at all. They don't know what they've been condoning, and it's a true psychological collapse that they've all turned a blind eye to. And he never deserved that. He never deserved that. He needed someone close to him. Just a single person, to say, you're touching on, like, the girls are right, And so now I do suspect that a lot of them are looking at it in a much more critical way, much more Socratic way. And there's just little redeeming any of it. It's all so sadistic, so malicious. For it to all be a sick joke, for it to all be him raging in this way, it's overwhelming. It's so sad. I wanted to be what he needed me to be, but I couldn't sacrifice anything in myself. And I hate myself forever over it because of these women. Like, yes, like dorky lover boy, like, sure. Not because they're so fine, not because, right, I want to tie them up, put babies in them, right? That's what Quentin wanted. Right? But because they're decent and they're smart and they're good women, they deserve to not be, to have no say. They do not deserve to have no say in who does these things with them, especially as it pertains to esotericism and magic, right? Like this is a fundamental rule, guys. This is not, right? It's time for us all to grow up a little bit. It's time for all of us to just kind of lift up our understanding and say that there's nothing wrong with magic, right? That there's a place for magic. And if you know what time it is, right, you can cast spells upon the world, right? The painting of a portrait is a magic spell, right? And so Quentin had all of these elements, right, to like cast this spell to like justify his existence in the world because of his unresolved trauma, right? And so the women, knowing what they were exposed to, right, like knowing the deep psychological trauma that is necessary during one of these things in order to be effective, that still point, that true center inside of them said, no, we need to calm down and like really assess what we're doing here. Because like this is our bodies. This is like a real thing that you're asking of us. And we think that that you're not talking to Brian because you have some deep-seated psychological issue that you need to resolve. Like, is that right? That's like, that makes a lot of sense to me. And so it's just really sad, the thought of everyone so obviously knowing that he was gearing up to do this kind of like esoteric thing that I couldn't see, right? And that's what the women all loved. Don't you see, right? Don't you see what they saw something beautiful and said, oh, yes, a real actor who like has something to say intellectually about this film. No one else has anything else to say. It's just about tying us up and fucking us. We want him. That makes it cool because he'll be so surprised and he's so professional that he's gonna say, okay, game on, witch. Right? Like that's the point. Right? And so when I started writing them, right, and they knew, oh, he has a clairvoyant resonance, like he understands what's occurring, that's why he's writing, because he is listening. Right? Right, that he hated me immediately. That's the real point, and that's why he turned his back, because he didn't actually want to cast the spell that he's inevitably cast, that has brought us together, like in this way, where we're all just like desperate to be together now, you know. But he wanted it to be crude and ugly. He wanted it to be this lasting, hideous monument, like it is. It's like reversed, it's like inverted in all the worst ways psychologically. It's so sad. I can't stress that enough, that it's not cool. It's not cool at all psychologically. And that's why these women latched onto me so hard, because they knew that I could like analyze what's occurring around me, right, and say, oh, we have to, there's something here. There's we have to talk about this. This is a hardcore movie. I'm not interested in playing weird, passive-aggressive, subtle psychological mind games on this film set, right? And so that's their point. That was my point when I turned my back, that, oh, he does understand how sick Quentin is. This is why... Right? This is why he got nervous. This is why he got apprehensive, because he doesn't understand what's going on. Why don't you see that, Quentin? Let us speak to him. Let us talk to him. Right? Because of how it is with me, right? Just like how it is with him. Right? And so the industry, everyone around him, right? 6 first-degree rapes, no one will convince me otherwise. Oh gosh, oh, what a funny game. Oh, yay, cool. Oh, Quentin made this guy think he was a serial rapist. Oh, very funny. Right? That's is that the argument? I'm tired, tired of writing so much every day. I'm tired of thinking about lawyers surrounding this thing, how they're all women. Right? And I know I'm chipping away at him. I do know that. But I can't keep living like this. He can't keep living like this. And I know how he sees it. I do get it, right? That it's submission, that I'm submitting to him, or you know what I mean? That's he's submitting to me, I'm saying, as a psychic. And I'm sorry about that. Really, I am. I didn't realize, and that's, my clairvoyance failed me. I thought that you had everything, but of course, no free lunches. But the way that you've been doing it is so unhealthy. You have to put the sorcerer's hat away for the rest of your life. You can't, right? You weren't ready to play real magic. It's not a game, it's not funny, it's not, got me good, got me good. Oh, so you and Danielle are real happy. You're both laughing over the pentagram, is that? I get it, very funny. So, Brad Pitt is a serial rapist, Quentin Tarantino is a serial rapist, right? Quentin Tarantino has a very deep-seated psychological trauma that defines so much of him psychologically. spiritually, sexually. Defines him completely in all three of these categories. The last film that he's written, The Movie Critic, The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth, is his most egregious attempt at black magic to date, and he overextended himself to such a degree that a real angel has like come into his life and is like hovering over this whole thing. And so it's a celestial audit. That's like what's occurring right now. I'm assessing the landscape around him, and it looks deeply ill, right? That all of the women need to be liberated, like all of like everything around, everyone around this thing, they're all like cloistered and prude, and it's just not cool, you know. And like with Quentin, right, like he has cause, you know, like I get it, it's so traumatic, you know, right? And so I'm thinking about all of the women in his past, and it's upsetting to me, the thought of them laughing at me just burning him to the ground, not realizing that I'm being an immaculate clairvoyant, you know, that of course that's as far as Sofia Coppola. Right, but he hasn't handled it well. That's my point. It's not the fact that he does it, right? It's not like, yeah, BDSM. I get it. I get it. Ball gags, like all of that. You know, like I get it. But right, if it's not a kink, if it's masking something, you know, that right? And so the thing that it's masking, I don't have to say it, you know, but it's right? It's something that the women wanted to address. It's something that they wanted to help him make peace with. And so that's what's occurring now, you know. Whatever happened on that set, like honestly, it's only relevant if I have to involve the authorities, if I have to involve lawsuits, right? That if this comes down to paperwork and attorneys and all these things, you know, like then that's when I'm going to be like, okay, like let me see the FBI, let me see the LAPD. It's time to we're just going to clear the air, and we're all going to say everything that we did for the last 2 years, right? Like if that's like what it comes to, then that's what it's going to come to. And I'll put all those witches in jail, right? That like this isn't right. We're not, no more mind games, no more weird psychological shit. Like we all just like loosen up, right? The women, they like come to me if they want to come to me. No one's got any problems with that, right? No one's got any problems with that. Like Quentin doesn't have any problems with that, right? I don't think that's unreasonable, right? At the very least, right? They can put themselves in front of me one time and declare before God Almighty to my eyes that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'll believe them, right? But the reality is that I'm telling the truth. Like everyone in town knows that I'm telling the truth. That he's like being weird about these women, right? And they're just burning. We're all just burning, right? Because he made us. That's the point. That's the point, right? As soon as I bucked up against him and said, you need to calm down, just like all these girls say all the time, right? When they say, we don't like you treating us this way anymore. We want you to look us in the eye. We want you to just say how you feel. It doesn't have to be this exercise in clairvoyance constantly where we're reduced to inferring through a kind of schizophrenic logic how you want us to feel, how you want us to behave. That's not healthy psychologically, right? And so that's the point that I made when I burned him at Tribeca, right? And so, right, it is my contention that he's been holding them from me ever since, because he realizes that once they're in my arms, right, then it's like a real, like, psychic, like, true, right, it's done, right, it's done. As soon as, like, one time, and I'm like, boom, single time, like, yeah, it's weird, like, I got complexes, you got complexes, but we love each other, right? And that's like, he can't reconcile that in his mind, you know, because of his trauma, you know, so we just have to be cool, you know, like just like chill, right? Right? Just think about it, everyone, right? If this was you wouldn't be okay with what's occurring. God bless.